She's got a heart full of sunshine, standing on your doorstep, black bow tie, your red dress burning, sweat dripping down my spine. Ooh, ooh. Just can't a bit like the finer things in life. Just can't a bit like the finer things. Just can't a bit like the finer things in life. Oh, it's hard to complain. Everything is going my way. No clouds, no rain. Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Good times are here to stay.
Hey you guys, Erin here at EatMoveRest, and welcome back to another day in our Florida life round 3. So after last week's video, we had a lot of you guys requesting to see a little bit more behind the scenes, a little bit of a day in the life, work-life balance, how we keep the balance between working from home, having 2 kiddos to take care of, keeping up with the house, and so on and so forth. So we will let you in behind the scenes, and I've got to give a quick shout out and a thank you to today's sponsor, Coconut Bowls, who just launched the Sunshine and Rainbows collection. There is a limited quantity, so you will definitely want to check the link below in the description for your discount and get this adorably amazing happy-go-lucky collection while it's still available. They've got wooden utensils and straws. They've got the famous coconut bowl and bamboo cups, which are Max's personal favorite for drinking smoothies and juices out of.
What you guys playing?
Yeah.
Are you guys playing?
Yeah.
What's Baby Liv saying? Hi, girl. Hi. What are you doing, bud? You got your helmet?
Yeah.
How did we get it on there so crooked?
Yeah.
Okay, now look at Dad. Cheese!
You got me going up, I'm not ever going down. It's hard to complain. Everything is going my way. No clouds, no rain. Everything is going my way.
So last night for dessert, Dusty brought home some amazingly delicious oat milk vegan ice cream. It was so good. But this morning, Max went straight for the freezer, straight for the ice cream, because he thought he was gonna have that for breakfast. Well, Mom had other plans. So we are making our own homemade nice cream. It's gonna be so good. This is gonna serve 2.5, 2 for me and Dusty, and then half for Max. The easiest, most delicious dessert that you can have for breakfast. And it's incredibly healthy. It tastes amazing. It's full of fiber, gives you tons of energy. So what we have here is a bunch of frozen ripe freckled bananas. We've got about 7. We've got 2 cups of frozen pineapple and 1 frozen pitaya pack. This is also called dragon fruit. It's gonna make it super pink. Pineapple is gonna make it super tart. Bananas are gonna sweeten it up, and we're gonna add vanilla protein for an added boost, and it adds to the flavor as well. So the key to making super thick and creamy nice cream, besides having a super high quality, high speed blender, is to add minimal liquids. You can always add more as needed, but start with less.
So it is Saturday. We just made the smoothie bowl. I'm currently sitting over replying to comments. And the last comment I just read said that you guys want to know how we get all of this stuff done. Yes, that's crazy and it's hectic. And I usually end up with 2 hours worth of content that we film usually throughout a full day, sometimes 2 days, and I need to trim that down into 20 minutes. So yes, it's a lot, and honestly, we're crazy busy, but we're having a ton of fun.
We have a hard time figuring out how to get our kiddos to fall asleep early. They just have boundless energy. So we were up late getting that figured out. All of that being said, we woke up maybe around 8:30, got out of bed by 9. I filmed a workout video, and then after that we got breakfast in, came up here, and of course we had blowouts galore. Baby Liv messed up her adorable outfit I had her in. Had to
2 days in a row.
And had to wash the blanket she was laying on the floor because it was totally just a mess. So then after that, we came in here and realized, oh, we've got another project to do. So we started blending our recipe for this video and for coconut bowls, and it turned out amazingly delicious. It was worth every minute of it. But then I turn around and look at the clock and I'm like, how is it already after 2 p.m.? So it's been a little bit crazy, and I constantly feel like I am fighting the clock, and it's always a race against time. I am never up early enough, I never go to bed soon enough, and it's a constant struggle for me. Dusty's a little bit more chill. He likes to stay up late, and I do too, I get it, but I also like to get up early, so.
What are you doing down there?
Come pick out your trunks.
Max, what are you doing down there?
I'm playing baseball.
You're playing baseball? Why don't you come up and get your swim trunks on?
I'm trying.
Come on up. Don't climb on that, please. Don't climb. Can you please come up?
Yeah. I feel like I can rule the world. I know I could be what I want to. Above all, be yourself all the time. Let no one tell you what you can't do. It's all about life and progression, motivation and the lessons and the blessings that come with it all. And if you feel like quitting, don't stop, keep going, cause you know they love to see you fall. Oh yeah, feeling like gold, I don't wanna hide it. Oh yeah, on top of the world, nothing gonna stop me. Ain't nobody telling me no, I'm catching feels wherever I go. Yeah, feel like I can rule the world.
All right, you guys, so the fella's headed to the store to grab some broccoli and peas. Baby Liv fell asleep, so I'm enjoying the peace and quiet. I get to do what I do best, what I love most. I get to listen to a podcast and chop rainbow salads. So all the colors are present, and I'm super excited for it. The only bummer is that our last ripe avocado turned out to be a dud. So instead, I improvised and I used coconut aminos and mixed it with some raw almond butter to make a delicious, quick and simple dressing. It's kind of got an Asian flair to it. And I'm listening to the Ellen Fisher podcast on YouTube, totally fangirling out because she's interviewing Dr. Michael Clapper, one of the most well-known and educated plant-based physicians. So it's a super good talk. If you haven't heard her podcast, definitely go check it out. I've been a huge fan of hers for several years. Same with Dr. Clapper. So again, like I said, this is what I live for. Silence, podcasts, chopping veggies. Did you get us some oranges for Florida orange juice?
Yeah.
Alright you guys, we're making our most recent new recipe, which is a red curry. It's a little bit different variation on the yellow curry that we make. It's got tomatoes, it's got some tomato sauce, which is actually really good. It's super spicy. It's a little bit spicier than the yellow curry, but we love it. Instead of lentils, we started doing quinoa, which is a little bit different twist. It's got broccoli. This will actually be one of the first new recipes in our meal planner that we mentioned last week. That's coming out November 5th. All kinds of new recipes. All of our old ones too. Grocery list, meal planner. This thing's gonna be awesome. So stay tuned, November 5th.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna be joyful. Today, I'm gonna be joyful. Ooh, I'm gonna be joyful. I got that feeling that you get when you get new kicks. Bell ringing on the last day of singing, yeah. High-fiving everybody, but we out of here. Today. So fast, life comes and goes. Make it last, best slow your roll. They don't take it as a choice, but you gotta know that today's the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. And I ain't gonna let it slip away. Nah.
Good morning, you guys. It is Sunday in the Sunshine State, so we are going to be making a delicious seasonal breakfast. So we're going to make pumpkin spice oats to go in our coconut bowl, and we're going to be making a super simple but delicious papaya date cinnamon smoothie to go in our coconut bamboo cup. So for our oats, the simple recipe is oats, pumpkin, and spice. So we have 1.5 cups of rolled oats. Vanilla plant protein is optional. We've got 5 pitted medjool dates. They're in season and super moist and easy to smash right now. Vanilla spice, we'll probably just add a dusting of that, a pinch of pink Himalayan salt, a dusting of cinnamon, a scoop of cashew butter or nut butter of your choice. I've got about a 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree, a big ripe speckled banana, and some plant milk. We're using organic soy milk, and we'll also add probably another cup of water. Cook it up on the stove top. It's gonna be so super good. Since I've got my hands full, Max is gonna help. Do you wanna put the oats in the pot? Oh, oh sorry.
Good job.
Good job. No, Max.
Don't drink it.
Don't drink the ingredients.
Pour it in here.
Okay, pour the milk in the pot.
Dad.
Some cinnamon?
Yeah.
Say cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
What I like to do is cook as few ingredients as possible. So I just put the liquid in the pot with the oats and maybe a pinch of salt, cook it up, and then when it's cooked, I'll add in the other spices, the protein, smash in the banana and the dates, and then we are good to go. Now we're gonna make our papaya smoothie. On a side note, we usually travel with either our Kangen or our AquaTrue for filtering our water, but when that doesn't work out, we recommend buying spring water. So we get this at the grocery store, super easy to find. It's gonna be your cleanest bet. For our papaya cinnamon smoothie, you're gonna need 1 medium-sized fresh papaya. You'll wanna scoop the seeds out, and then 5 ripe speckled bananas, cinnamon to taste. You can also add vanilla protein to this if you'd like that added boost. 2 to 3 pitted medjool dates, and I also had some fresh pineapple on hand in the fridge, so I'm gonna add that in. It'd be a great addition if you like your smoothies a little bit more tart and tangy. You can actually buy papaya seed extract like in a capsule. They're amazing for digestion, so I'm gonna actually scoop the seeds out, and I think I might make some kind of fun concoction with them. I'll keep you guys posted how it turns out. Now we're gonna dish up our delicious fall-inspired breakfast. So a little food styling behind the scenes. I had to put the entire pot of oats into this bowl just to make it photo friendly. It's extremely heavy. I bet this thing weighs like 8 pounds. Not really, probably 5 pounds. Papaya cream. Creamsicle. Dreamsicle smoothie, that's the name.
Okay, now here's some behind the scenes. What's going on?
Yeah, turtle.
What are you trying to do?
Turtle and bushes.
There's a turtle in the bushes that he was trying to see.
And he's also
trying to get the push pins out of this board here.
Max.
Yeah.
We
There
did
it
it.
is.
We did it. We got our 100,000 subscribers plaque from YouTube. So
EatMoveRest fam.
this is all about you guys.
We had really been waiting for this for quite some time. I can't remember when we hit 100K.
Yeah.
But then we started doing some research and Googling, and it said not everybody who hits 100,000 gets the plaque.
Right.
And you have to be in good standing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, what did we do wrong? What did we do wrong?
I know.
But
Yeah.
sure enough, it showed up at the most exciting time in our lives while we're here
Totally.
in the Sunshine State on this rainy day.
On this rainy day. We have a beautifully humid and warm rainy day. I feel like we're in Costa Rica. We thought we'd sit down and talk a little bit about what we said we would talk about, which is a work-life balance, right? We got a lot of questions and comments about how do you guys make it look so pretty when we know that you're changing diapers and Erin's breastfeeding 10 times a day and doing all of these things. And yeah, you know, like Erin said before, this is always the highlight reel.
Nobody wants to race and get out the camera when they're in the middle of a heated argument like we were yesterday before we shot the workout video.
Yep.
Or when Max is throwing a tantrum.
Right.
Or when baby Liv has a blowout. Like, we just don't capture it because honestly, like, I even heard Ellen Fisher talk about this too. She's like, almost out of respect for my kids and my family, like, I want to capture the moments that are going to make them happy to look back on, to create good memories for them.
Yeah, these are like our home videos in a sense. We're just happen to be sharing them with the world.
We're gonna kind of give you like an exact timeline, like this is what time we get up, this is what time this happens, And then we'll talk about how we stay sane amidst the chaos. Right now, we're kind of at a point where we're battling between liking to get up early, but also liking to stay up late. And so the hours of sleep get squished like this. So, you know, getting our 7 to 8 hours of sleep is usually what we get, but we're going to bed around midnight. So getting up around 7 or 8. We'll get the kiddos dressed, new diapers, new outfits, get them oiled up with jojoba oil.
Yep.
Then we make our way out into the kitchen, and then usually we make a green smoothie. Most mornings we make a green smoothie.
Usually Erin's on smoothie duty. I'm usually on the cooked breakfast duty.
So we'll make a pre-workout shake, try to get down to the garage. It's been by about 9:30, 10, and we'll get done by 11 or 11:30.
Yep.
And then we'll come up here and do the whole breakfast works, and then by that point it's time to kind of buckle down and do editing on both sides. I do most of the photo editing and he does most of the video editing.
Yep.
Usually I'm shooting a reel. Sometimes Max and I will do recipe reels, or I'll be doing an Instagram post, or getting a newsletter ready, getting a new YouTube prepped, and Dusty's pretty zoned in on like the one thing. Yeah,
the YouTube editing is a lot of work, takes a lot of time. I really love it, even though Erin thinks I don't love it because I often complain about it. It's just so time consuming, like, and we often have like deadlines. Like if we're posting every Saturday like we like to, you really have to get that work done quick. It's hard to work and get a lot of things done while also being parents, so for sure we're taking breaks. I'll be holding baby Liv while I'm editing, or I'll get up and make Max lunch. Like we're always switching off, but it helps to honestly close and lock all the doors so Max isn't running out or running away. Yes, unfortunately, he's probably watching a movie at some point throughout the day, which we don't necessarily love the screen time, but we kind of have to.
So at home we have had a family friend that comes twice a week for 2 to 3 hours at a time and babysits, takes him to the park. They don't do screen time at all, so that's been super nice and helpful, and Max looks forward to those visits all the time. And I recently got a homeschool curriculum, so there are times where I try to set specific times to do activities with the kids, whether it be breastfeeding or doing these homeschool activities or playing with our Love Every kits, which have amazing like educational activities for kids. So always trying to just like set undivided focus time for the kids, undivided focus time for work. And one of the best undivided focus times for work is when we either go for a walk or a drive. We're guaranteed both of them will go down for a nap simultaneously. So sometimes baby Liv wakes up, but for the most part, if Max takes a good 2-hour nap, it's more than enough to get a solid amount done. Like, still not as much as before kids, but enough that we feel like we can maintain and sustain what we're doing. We should also mention that Bo is actually back in Nebraska with my parents. They have a completely gated, fenced backyard, huge lot with a big pond and 3 dogs. One is a Great Pyrenees, so they're like this. And Bo is very much on vacation himself. So
I actually think that he's probably happier there than he would be. Well, I know he's happier.
When I brought him to the house, he bolted straight for the pond, and later I came to say bye to him, and he came up and like shook off on me, and I was like, okay, not the goodbye I was expecting. That's a whole nother thing. The one nice thing we haven't had to do is vacuum up dog hair constantly. So that's been nice. I feel like it's been nice being here because we don't have house chores. That's one thing that has left the plate. So no more lawn mowing, weed pulling, watering plants and flowers, and vacuuming.
That has freed up definitely a good amount of time. I love the yard work actually. I'm like looking around like wishing that I could do the trimming and stuff here, but you know, obviously they have that done for us and it's freeing us up to get more work done. We've been getting more work done in the last few days than we ever get done at home, which is really exciting.
And I feel like also it's made us realize how we can actually live with less.
We're living with less, we're having less responsibility, and we're really loving it. What we decided many years ago was that we wanted to live like the days don't matter. Like weekends aren't more fun than the weekdays. Like every day is the same, and it's kind of the truth. It's almost like the hours are almost the same too. It doesn't really matter what time of day it is. Sometimes I'm editing, you know, at 10 p.m. at night, but I don't work all day. Like, it just kind of is very free flowing for us. Like Erin said, we could be at the beach, but if we get a few minutes, like, we can still get some work done or reply to emails, and we feel very free flowing. And we're less strict with again, bedtime and waking up,
and rather than
days of the week.
Like 9 to 5, where it's like you get sucked and sapped of all your energy. At work, I was always like on Squarespace, tweaking my little website and blog, and just like whenever I had a free moment, I was like trying to, you know, get educated on this plant-based nutrition stuff and find new recipes. So we were always kind of
working,
slowly but surely. You know, that 9 to 5 life started to get crowded out by more and more of this as we started working more, getting more interested, and getting paid to do it. Yeah,
and so it sounds bad to say we're always working, but you'll listen to any entrepreneur who's doing what they
like
love,
this.
And they're like, right, and it's like, well, I don't feel like I'm working because I'm doing what I love. Or like the slogan is, do what you love and you'll never have to work another day in your life. And that's how I feel. There's this old-fashioned idea that we call the deferred life plan, which is you work until you're 65 and then you can travel and then you can see the world and then you can go to the beach and have fun. And Erin and I looked at that and looked at each other when we started this idea of a business, and we said, we're not going to do the deferred life plan, we're going to travel now. So yes, we've been to France, we've been to Italy, we're here now, and we're working it all together. And it's, our grandparents probably think that we're crazy, or did in the beginning, but now they get it. They're like, yes, you guys are doing it right. Just go now, work while you travel, and raise kids while you work and travel, and do it all. And it's a lot, but it's working.
We went to church last night, and we were by a long shot the youngest people there.
Yeah.
And it just kind of made me sad because they were talking about, the priest said something about snowbirds welcome.
Yeah.
And it was literally all very elderly snowbird types. And we love old people, but at the same time it got me thinking back again, like I feel so sad that so many people might actually wait until they're that old to get somewhere beautiful like this and spend their winter months here. When it's like maybe they aren't any longer capable to do something like snorkeling or you know, whatever it might be, boogie boarding if they wanted to, you know?
So yeah, I think that's an important thing too. Like, we like to be active. I love running on the beach. Like, I haven't been lifting weights, which I'm definitely missing, but replacing that with like runs on the beach is like amazing. And not every 65-year-old retired person can get up and go do that. And the worst part of like thinking that we need to wait until we're retired to move or do something like this is that we would be leaving our kids behind wherever we decided to raise them, if that be back home. We're like, let's bring them with us. Let's bring them with us now. Let's continue to have more. Give God the wheel, frankly, and we're just like, this is so fun. Let's just roll with it. It is very busy, very hectic, but so fun, so adventurous, and so rewarding.
So as stressed as we may seem, even my mom said, I was just so shocked, like after you had Max, how relaxed you guys are as parents. And I'm like, wow, I'm glad she sees it that way, because it doesn't always feel that way. But I will say we are definitely riding the wave and letting Jesus take the wheel, as the song goes.
Totally.
I got an ask for you guys, a question you could answer in the comments. Actually, this is 2 parts. Number 1 is like how to get them to go to bed before we go to bed, because we've obviously messed up by not enforcing that sooner on. But they stay up as late as we stay up, to be honest, and they take good naps during the day, so I know they get enough sleep. But like, we would really like it if they would go to bed at like 8 or 9, so we could have 2 or 3 hours to ourselves. So if you guys have tips or tricks, let me know, let us know. The other thing I will say is our conversation in the pool yesterday. So yes, we were in the pool having a blast, playing and teaching Max how to swim, while simultaneously kind of having a conversation about Dusty's like, have you ever imagined what Max is gonna be like when he's 18 or 21? And I was like, yeah, and it really scares me. It breaks my heart because they're so sweet when they're this tiny. But it also scares me to think about him behind the wheel, or drinking, or trying a cigarette, and it freaks me out. And I'm like, what is it that some parents do that allows their kids to have such good heads on their shoulders that they don't make those decisions, that they decide, I'm okay. When I'm at a party, they're like, it's not for me. Like, who are these parents and how do they do it?
And I'm sure you guys
secret?
are some of those parents, so we need your secrets. Leave them in the comments below. As young parents who are trying to plan and prep, you know, for the future and how to raise our kids, now that Max can understand us, do you say no, or do you let them try things, or do you like, I want to educate him, I don't want to be aloof?
We want to be able to like talk to them openly and freely, but we also don't want to expose them to too much. So it's like we're in this tricky situation not knowing what is best. And I'll leave you guys with this parting note from me, but imparted wisdom from the hubs. I always future trip, or I always think about a task in advance and make it out to be so much more than it is. I can pencil it in my calendar planner, I can put it on my phone calendar, but like it really just comes down to just doing it. Dusty's like, don't think about it, just do it. Where there's a will, there's a way. So rather than thinking about it and building it up to be more than it probably is, just tackle it, just go for it.
We need to stop leaning on each other and playing 50-50 roles. We need to do 100-100. So we need to parent as if we're single parents, and then we will be doing an amazing job. Because if I see something that needs to be done, but I know Erin typically does, I can either let her do it or I can just do it. Then she doesn't have to. And likewise for her, whether it's laundry or whatever, if we're both playing 100% parent role, then we'll be picking up each other's slack when the other one isn't fully there, and that has really helped us too.
And honestly, if my cousin Mary is watching, shout out, because Mary, you were a single mom for a while.
Yeah.
And I honestly think about you whenever I'm in these any type of situation where it's just me and Dusty's not there.
Yeah.
Because you have the most beautiful girls that you raised by yourself for quite some time.
Totally.
And yeah,
it
always gives me that, it just gives me that motivation and that strength to know that I can do this.
Totally. So props to Mary and all the single moms and single parents out there, because being a parent is no joke. Another shout out is to Abby DeVore, one of the first people that signed up for our first Costa Rica retreat many years ago. Has come on every single one since we started. Yes. Just flew to our hometown Lincoln because she became friends with another Abby and our friend Megan, and our moms, who have all been on our retreats, all went out to dinner, and she's running the Good Life Halvesy back again in Lincoln. Unfortunately, we're not there. We decided to come here, so we missed you, Abby. Props to you, and we so love that we've created a community that loves each other enough to come on multiple retreats and then go and travel and see each other.
And hang out with each other without us.
Without us.
Like, we thought that, oh, these people want to be our friends, but then our moms show up and all of a sudden we're like out of the picture, I guess.
Our retreat guests have come and traveled with us to Costa Rica, and hopefully new places to come. You guys have helped us create the most amazing community. So again, props to Abby, to both Abbies, our friend Megan, who again is back home, everybody else who's come on our retreats. Like, we're having so much fun, and this means so much, and it's definitely going to go on our wall.
If you guys like this video, if you like these sit down chats, let us know what you'd like us to chat about next. Leave us some love in the comments below. Let us know what kind of footage you want us to snag while we're here in Florida. We'll be here a few more weeks. And until next time,
Eat, Move, Rest your best. Peace.
Okay, that was bad. Let's say it again. Until next time,
Eat, Move, Rest your best.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
There are 3 things we all do every day, and we could all be doing them better. Eat, move, and rest.
We're Dusty, Erin, Max, Olivia, and Bo, and we're the Stanzics.
We aspire to live a plant-centric, faith-forward, healthy lifestyle and welcome all of the adventures that accompany it. Join us every week as we blend, chop, juice, run, lift, ride, and master our minds in between on the ultimate quest to find better balance, deeper connection, and true happiness within.